Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do it.
Alright everybody, I am loaded. I'm 38,000 pounds, but I don't think any scales are going to be open today. If there's no scales open, I'm going to look here on an app here in a minute and see if there's scales open. If there's no scales, I'm just going to run it. Normally I would scale at anything over 34, I scale, but Saturday, I'm pretty sure Kentucky will be closed. And then on Tennessee, probably will be closed. And then I know Alabama has those scales. Mississippi will be closed, and I'll be good to go. Alright, I'll be right back at you. Alrighty then. Just gonna do a little bit of recording out of here. Seeing all these trucks right here, I didn't record coming in, but I got construction going on. So you got like the stoplight you're supposed to stop at, and it don't work anyways. When I came in, the stop line was before the stop line. So if you stopped at the stop line, you couldn't see the light. I'm like, our grown-ups around here should be professional drivers, so we should be able to make this turn, make all this with no problem. Right here, yep, they're not supposed to be parked there. Right there. They're not supposed to be parked right here. There's a sign when you check in. It says, do not park on driveway. But granted, they are overpacked. They shouldn't allow people to be here more than 24 hours before their appointment time. They said a lot of these people were sitting here since yesterday. So right here, they were double wired here, and I was parked on the left, and coming around the corner, I had to make it wide. If someone was coming this way, I would have got hit, but I got lucky. I was parked over here on the left. Alrighty then. I'll record a little bit once I get back on the road. I got a couple things I gotta do. backed up 20 minutes back up. I'm gonna try this little detour. I looked on the truck map and it showed it's a truck route, so we're gonna go ahead and try it. Still says there's a backup, but I think I can get right on back on past the backup. Tennessean Travel Center. Travel stop, it's a truck stop. Got really good food in here. It's near Pulaski, Tennessee. It's 22. They got really good food. They got a buffet during the day. What I also like is they got a McDonald's right across the street, so I'll get McDonald's in the morning. I haven't had McDonald's in a while. Normally I eat out of the truck, but it's the weekend, and I'm kind of sick and tired of having steaks. I won't tell, wish. Sandwiches, bologna and ham sandwiches. I'm just gonna go ahead and eat here tonight, and then probably tomorrow I'm probably gonna cook something at the house. I'll be back in Mississippi tomorrow, and I have the rest of the day off tomorrow, and Monday I'll probably be off most of the day, and then at night I'll be loaded up something to head either to Texas most likely, or head to one of our local runs. But we shall see what we have planned, or what they have planned for me. The pilot's so small here. I'm gonna probably fuel here in the morning. I don't really need fuel now, and I'll fuel here in the morning and top my reefer off. Because when I get over to where I'm going, I do a drop and hook, and it needs to at least have 3/4 of a tank of fuel. And I will be from here to there. It'll last. I'll have more than 3/4 of a tank. Right out of 3/4 of a tank. But normally this place ain't very full. They expanded their truck parking. They put gravel out here, but I hardly ever park in the gravel. Actually, I never park in the gravel. I always get to park right next to the store right over here. And it looks like I'll be able to park right next to the store again. It makes it easier. And it looks like they're going to be doing paid parking, maybe, I don't know. But it's nice. This is a nice location, nice truck stop. Man. Oh yeah, right? Oh, straight back in. Oh yeah. I see a straight back in spot. Right next to a pole. That blue truck.
I'm a different breed.
Alrighty then, let's see here. It's actually going to be a little bit tight, This guy parked crooked. Probably because he doesn't want anybody to park next to him. You know what, buddy? Oh, shit. See the line. He's actually parked over on his side of the line, which is crazy. actually parked a little bit crooked. And all that, and I'm gonna go ahead inside and get some food. Alright guys, I'm gonna make one video out of 2 days again. I went from Ohio down to almost Alabama. I'm delivering to Mississippi tomorrow. Drove about almost 5 hours today. I'll be driving 5 hours tomorrow. Just breaking up the days, making it a little bit easier. I'm just gonna drop and hook. But I just wanted to get on here and say thank you to everyone that's subscribing and viewing my videos. I think just yesterday or the day before, my friend's been only viewing my videos, and every single day that I've been posting. And I got on it here probably about 30 minutes ago, and I'm getting views now, and I'm just very happy about that. I'm going to try to post every day. I'm actually 2 days ahead now, almost. I have a video that came out this morning, and I'm going to have a video that comes out tomorrow morning, which is Sunday. By the time you see this, it will be Monday. But I'm gonna do that so that way if I miss a day of putting it on or whatever on YouTube, then I'm gonna go ahead and I'll have the time. But so this is not the end of this video. Like I said, I'm gonna record some tomorrow. And then when I get to Mississippi and I shut down, I'm going to go to our office in Mississippi, and use Wi-Fi to try to get everything uploaded pretty quick, because where I stay at is not very good service. And I'm going to end up looking into something. I wish I had the money for something like Starlink, because I know Starlink is apparently really good internet. I could get it everywhere, but I want to get internet, something that I'm going to be able to have fast uploads and downloads and all that, and that way no matter where I'm at, I have really good service. I have Verizon right now, and it's not, it's good. A lot of places is good on my tablet, and I'm going to probably look in and get another tablet, because I'm not buying a laptop. I don't have the money for a laptop. I'm going to look into Verizon at seeing if they have a tablet with more memory, and maybe trade this one in. I've had this one probably about a year now, and I think I can do an early upgrade. But or it might not have been that long, I don't remember. But anyways, y'all have a good night, good day, whenever time you see this. This video and the video I'm shooting tomorrow will be posted on Monday. During the week, like I said, I'm going to try to put during the week in the evening times. That way everyone gets off work and can watch the videos. And then on the weekends, I figured if I put them early morning, people can watch them when they wake up and then go about their day. But also I want suggestions, because I'm going to start hitting a spot now that same views every day. And I want something. If you guys just want that, then you let me know. But if you want something else, just let me know, and I'll try to accommodate you guys. I can't necessarily go where I want to go most of the time, but I have a little bit of say so where I want to go. But at the same time, my boss, I'll be only picking wake up at one place pretty much in Mississippi, go out and come back, and a lot of it's repetitive. But anyways, you all have a great night or day, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you again very much. Good morning, everybody. It's 3:30 here in Tennessee, where I'm at. Getting an early start this morning. I stopped for fuel down in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and then delivered to Morton, Mississippi. Should be there no later than I would think 8:30ish, 9 o'clock, unless something major happens on the way there. And I do a drop and hook over there in Morton, and then heading to the yard. Then I'll be off, and then that'll be the end of this video. And I'm thinking about doing a video of my routine at the house or whatever. I mean, where I stay at, it's not complete or anything like that. And all I do is pretty much sleep in the bed there and hang out. But if the boss man has me do some stuff today, later on today, then I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I might film some of that. Sometimes he has me do some pretty crazy stuff. And but anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get on the road here just momentarily. my delivery. They're gonna probably say, "Oh yeah, you have me till tonight," but we do drop hooks here, so we're able to do it now. Well, that didn't work out. They changed the dang policy for dropping hooks, and I gotta go and I gotta pull a 34er, so I'm pulling her to her yard now to deliver or drop the trailer at her yard. People like that don't deserve to drive. out to the yard now. I'm gonna probably about a minute or two, about 2-3 minutes out, and gonna drop this loaded trailer on the yard and put the paperwork in our in the trailer to, just in case something were to happen where I'm not able to get to it tonight, and take it back. I don't know if they're gonna have me take it back or if another driver's gonna take it back. But so I gotta save my hours because I might be going to Oregon tomorrow. If I go to Oregon, truck driving videos, but if people want, if my viewers want me to do like a day, like what I do on my off days, then I'll do something like that. But we'll see what happens. Drop this trailer on our concrete. It's a little bit tighter to get in that driveway instead of the driveway where if you're empty you can just drop the trailer anywhere in the gravel. Hopefully there's not trailers here that are loaded. We shall see. We got one trailer, it looks like. That's probably a Hazelhurst load, which sometimes I do on Sundays. Oh great, someone's coming. I can wait. I gotta turn into here. I hate when that happens. That's Steven. No, Steven's at home. Don't know who that is. That might be... Oh, that's probably Randy. Don't know who that is. I think that's the company truck. Alright everybody, as you can see I'm not in my truck. I just shut down. I talked to some of the drivers at the yard, just chit-chatting, and came over to the office to pick up my personal vehicle. And I had to go give me some lunch at a local place that we have. I like to support local restaurants if possible. They're not a franchise or anything like that. They're just here locally. It's like the only place here, so and I know the owners there, and I know all the waiters and waitresses and stuff, so I'm not saying I'm royalty there, but I don't need to tell them what I drink or anything. They just know what to bring me. But y'all have a wonderful day. I'm going to start editing my video here soon and go from there. And I might show my vehicle off. I mean, I go through my boss to pay for this vehicle and everything like that, so I don't get paid a whole lot of money, but the money that I would make, I put in this vehicle for a quick payoff, and you don't do that for everybody. It took a while for me to get this vehicle because I really like it. It's very nice. It's a pickup truck. It's really nice. I have a really nice sound system in it, 4-wheel drive, all that good stuff. But I'll probably do a walk around here in a little bit for it. Y'all take care, and God bless.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a